Hey, I'm Rob, and welcome to Understanding Upstate, the podcast dedicated to exploring what makes upstate New York such a unique place. Each week, my co-host Jim Search and I dive into a new upstate topic to better understand what's up upstate. And today, we are not talking about what we originally planned. We're doing a surprise drop of the documentary Jim and I shot together called, this might sound familiar, Understanding Upstate. It's Understanding Upstate, the documentary. Pew, pew, pew. So what we're going to do today is we're going to just talk. It's going to be kind of like a mini episode. We're going to talk a little bit about the documentary. But the big thing for you guys to do is it's live. It's on YouTube right now for everyone to go watch it. There's going to be a link in the description. You can find it there. We'll link to it on our social accounts as well. But go check it out. It's great. It's a brisk 30-minute watch. But should we get more into the documentary itself, Jim, and talk a little bit about it?
Hell yeah, we should.
All right.
Because these speedy freaks need to know what this is all about. Now, yeah, I think it's worth a good dive. You know, we recorded the album Upstate Understandings, which is my very first comedy album, which Rob amazingly produced and used his God-given talent to make that happen. And then from there, you know, we were just shooting the shit about it and said, you know, what if we put together a behind the scenes of what it took to make the album. Yeah. And, you know, it's inspired by my life in upstate New York, which Rob and I hop in the car. Got some real great photos along the way of some city of Binghamton business here.
We, pulled over on the highway to get some of those too.
Hell yeah.
You might not remember this, but we initially were only going to shoot just promo videos, right? Like,
right.
We went over to my studio in Dumbo initially to just shoot like an interview that I was going to pull just some clips from for social media promotion and whatnot, and just to promote the actual album itself. And guess what? You're good on mic. You're good on camera. I was like, oh yeah, Jim's a stand-up comedian. He can talk. So we shot for about, it was 45 minutes to an hour, and I was like, I can use most of this. Where usually right. when you shoot an interview subject, if you shoot for a half hour, God, if you got 5 minutes of usable dialogue, you did pretty good, at least in my experience. So right. It was, I was really excited to propose the idea of just doing a full-on documentary. And we did it. But yeah, so I think after doing the initial interview, we hopped in the car and went on out to Binghamton for one day, there and back. Just a whirlwind visit. And we got some nice footage. I had my first speedy, I believe, at the old Union Hotel.
Yeah, man, Old Union Hotel, the premier eatery in Binghamton, New York, baby. You know, and I think what was, at least for me, was kind of interesting in going the unconventional route, right? Because, like, when I think of, like, a lot of the people that have done their comedy albums, mm-hmm. they didn't do, like, the behind the scenes of it and what it took to make it, right? Yep. And I think that's what makes this special and makes this unique, is that, like, yeah, we talked about the actual process, like, what it was to actually go up to Binghamton and run the album, right? Like, I was hitting open mics in Binghamton, New York, where, like, I could get like 30 minutes at a time, mm-hmm. which is way more time than I would get in New York to run it, you know? So it's like, I think it's very special, and it's very against the grain to do a full behind the scenes of shooting in Binghamton and then shooting here in Brooklyn, going to my old neighborhood in Crown Heights, my old building where, like, truth be told, a lot of those jokes were written in that very apartment we were outside of that made it onto the album, you know? So I think it's special. It's very special to have this be the first album and have there be a documentary attached to it is pretty dope.
Yeah. And there's one element aside from you that connects the album, the podcast, and the documentary. I guess that would be me too. It's the music used at the beginning of all three of those. We use the same tune from Regal Monk, which originally you got from him for the album. And they were like, we should have that introduced to the documentary. And they're like, we should have that introduced to the podcast. But that same beat you hear brings the documentary in and out, and then the rest of the music you hear is all composed by me. So if you're one of the few people that have purchased my album, you'll recognize some of those tunes, and if you haven't, it's gonna be some great new music that you get to hear. But it was really fun to score, not only just shoot direct and edit the documentary, but I was like, why not make it a quadruple threat? I'll score it. I'll score it too.
Why? It's like, I've already worked hard on this enough. Why not do more work attached to it anyway?
I did the music for it in a day. I used some tracks I already had, but I was like, I need like 4 more tracks. I'll just do it now. And actually really, really happy with what I came up with. It's some of my favorite tunes that I've written for it, or some of my favorite tunes that I've written.
And you know, and in addition to that too, you know, it has been screened.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's important to highlight that we did a screening of this over at Beer Wax Queens.
We did the premiere.
It was the premiere, man, and it got a good reception, you know, and I'm always in my head a little bit about, like, you know, those sorts of events where it's like, well, it's people that I know that are there.
Yep.
So, like, it's kind of like a home team advantage, but there were people there independent of us, right? They're like strangers. I guess that's the better way to call people independent of us.
Sure.
Word economy, right, is strangers. Rob said that I was really good with words. I'm here to tell you I'm not.
Hey, I'm just going to edit all that out. No one will ever know.
Yeah, y'all will never know that was the deal. But there were like honest to God strangers who watched it, enjoyed it, and laughed at the parts that were funny, right? So, you know, it was really dope to see that on a big screen, you know, and to see where I'm from. And I mean, we walked around my neighborhood. We walked around the west side of Binghamton, and to see that on a screen was pretty incredible because, you know, it's this, to the shock of no one. I'm pretty proud of where I'm from, and to have that shown in a film that, you know, we put together is really, really special. So
yeah, Jim, how many film festivals did we get into?
Well, I'm going to tell you, 0. Ne'er one. We did not get into one.
We tried.
But and it's not from lack of effort, right? It's not as if we just applied to one and then we're shot down. We applied to many, and they decided not to fuck with us.
But I'll say this, because this is something you and I have talked about. I was legitimately excited to, one, have it premiere here in New York City, and then particularly have it premiere at Beer Wax was like a dream. And then I was excited to submit it. A little bit disappointed we didn't get in, but also it kind of helped me realize, you know, like what you were saying, we had such a warm reception of the documentary at Beer Wax, and it's not for a film community, right? It's for comedy, hip hop adjacent, I think is a phrase we've said many times.
For sure.
I'm talking about the album and the documentary, but that's the communities that it's for. And anyone interested in Upstate too. I would add an Upstate community, right? So I think that's why I'm excited to just kind of have it finally just out and available, because that's the communities that it's going to resonate with, as it already has.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think too, and we mentioned it a little bit, but even still maybe even doing a screening in Upstate New York. Like, yep. I feel like it could serve for a great night of people watching it who live there, and then doing like a Q&A or whatever. But to your point, is like, it is for people who fuck with comedy, fuck with hip hop, and fuck with Upstate New York. So if one or all three of those things are for you, then this documentary is for you. So, and I think, at the risk of getting on the soapbox of like, this is, we live in a time and we live in a space where, like, the as great as it would have been to be in a film festival and have that there, it ain't necessary.
Yeah.
Like, to get it out there for people to see it, put it on YouTube. Like, and for those who want to see it, it's there. So, we've got the mode of distribution is available to us, and it's not just through a film festival.
Yeah. Well, with that, I think there's only one thing left for everyone to do, and that's watch the documentary. Again, link is in the description of this episode. You can find it there. We'll be plugging it in the future. So if you forget, don't worry. You're going to hear about it. You're going to hear about it more in the future. And yeah, I sincerely hope if you check it out, that you enjoy it.
Hell yeah. Understanding Upstate is a podcast hosted by Jim Search and Rob Adler, edited by Rob Adler, and music from Regal Monk.